I like a good Brazilian, Ray. Used to say that to my ex-girlfriend all the time.
No comment.
Feitosa, the hard training, all comes down to this. Against the defending champion, the strongest champion in K1 history. Here we go, first round of 3. Schilt, incredible cardio, extremely high work rate, and knows how to use his size. Wgp Feitosa does not want to be caught on the ropes against Schilt. You have to back up Schilt to beat him.
If you go close to the ropes, he is very dangerous.
There's the high kick from Wgp. Great start from the Brazilian. Will he throw the trademark Brazilian kick, arguably the most exciting technique in all of K1. It's been interesting to note over the last year or so, working with Five Philomoy, how the hands of Feitosa have improved, Ray.
Well, his hands has improved a lot. The thing is, he doesn't use it enough, but he has phenomenal hands. It's just a matter of him putting it together with his feet.
And interestingly here already, Ernesto, Schilt has come out kicking a lot more than usual.
Yeah, I was
He's usually
surprised.
just a front kicker.
I was surprised by the spinning back kick. And but yeah, Sammy is a kicker basically, and normally with his punches he stops you. He's trying to stop you.
I'm assuming he thought it worked with Mighty Mo, so he tried tonight.
High left round kick from Feitosa. Virgin's defense, nothing getting through. Semi pulls it back to centre ring. Checks the low kick, 1 minute 40 remaining. The high knee, the big bop joy from Schilt. Not getting through the guard. Inside thigh kick from Feitosa. Semi Schilt, the clear fans' favourite on internet polls worldwide on kakotongi.info. He really soared ahead on that worldwide poll. Second favourite was Peter Ernst. Third favourite Jerome Labana, who is already through to semi-final number 1. Jab from Schilt. There's the Brazilian kick from Feitosa. Sticks the jab in the face, the overhand right. He's got to get out of there. Semi on the front foot is dangerous. And again, Wgp in the corner. It's not where he wants to be. You've got to get out of there, Wgp.
This is exactly what we've been working on, for him to get out of those ropes, not to stand on the ropes, because every single time he's there, Sammy's got to catch him. And no matter what he throws, eventually he's going to probably land.
Semi is trying for the high knee. There's the Ushiro Geri, turning back kick to the midsection from Schilt. Karate technique. Snappy jab from the two-time champion.
But as you can see, Sammy is fighting with so much confidence, because I've never seen Sammy work like this before. Would you agree, Ernesto?
Yeah, he works very good, and he's moving. He's closing the gaps for Wgp very good out.
That's the thing we said earlier on about Semi. So many people dismiss him as being so good just for his height alone, but his work rate and his cardio is exceptional. And his ability to use that height and reach rate.
Well, I mean, you know, he's impressed me tonight. I've never been impressed with Sammy Schilt. But in that round, he's actually showing me more things than he has in the past.
I'd tell you what, that was just a dominating performance, and it is scary to think that Semi Schilt continues to get better and better. Akebono, that was ownership by Semi in the first round.
Yes, as you can see, he's a total different fighter from Humento, even if they're almost the same size. He moves good, like you said, he has good cardio. He actually works angles and moves, and he moves like he's a smaller guy.
Ernesto, if you're in the corner of Wgp, what are you saying to him at the moment?
Well, what I would say is that he had to keep on trying to get that overhand right, because he hit him, I think, 2 or 3 times with the overhand right. And if he gives that punch with some more confidence, then I don't know. Then he could get some trouble for Sammy.
Final instructions from Five Philomoy and Francisco Filio in the corner. Here we go, second round of 3. First round, lock it away. All one-way traffic for Semi Schilt. Inside thigh kick from Feitosa.
I think Wgp needs to be more aggressive now. He needs to. I mean, he's fit. I know he's fit because I trained with him. He's just got to put it all together now.
Trying for the Brazilian kick, walks into a jab. The jab that Schilt used to knock out Ray Seckel in this ring on March 4th.
I'm sure we all know that, Mike. Why do you have to get
I'm sorry, brother. I'm going to throw it in there.
I still love you, my brother. I still love you.
Jab the game from Semi. There's a nice combination from Glaube. Left hook outside thigh kick. Semi returns the favour. Glaube's got some power.
Be patient. He's got to be patient there right now. Don't rush anything. Go back to the jab, work to the body, and then go back to that head kick.
Glaube Feitosa could shock the world. He wobbled Semi-Schilt with the Brazilian kick. Schilt coming forward. He was on rubber legs. And Feitosa back to how he was. Ray, did he not capitalise?
I mean, right now, as we know, Semi's a fit fighter. And right now, G needs to jump on him.
Ernesto, that's twice that Glaube has caught Semi with a kick to the jaw.
Yeah, and he knows what to do now. And he should try the overhand right more, in my opinion.
And follow up with the left hook. Absolutely.
A long time remaining in this round. 1 minute 22.
Glaube needs to get out of the ropes and get out of that corner.
Feitosa almost brought the house down. He almost shocked the world. Nobody has ever knocked out Semi-Schilt. Only one man in K1 history has ever knocked him down, and that was Sugar Ray Sefer. Oh, spinning hook kick! Glaube's been caught.
Yeah, Semi really surprises us.
What an amazing fight.
Well, I've always said all along that Semi is just lucky because he's big. Tonight, and in this fight, in the last 2 rounds, he's showing the world that he has a whole lot of different arsenal. Spinning back kick, spinning hook kick, and so on.
Feitosa's in trouble. He's going to get into the corner. He shakes it off the Brazilian. Goes for the overhand right. The crowd around him tags him in the left hook. Semi-Schilt licked the leather on that occasion. 20 seconds remaining. This is one of the best rounds of K1 action we've seen this year. High knee again from Schilt. The Brazilian kick from Feitosa. High knee coming? No.
Glaube's got to use his hands a little bit more.
End of the second round.
I totally agree.
What theatre, Ernesto? How did you devolve that second round? I mean, Glaube had the advantage and he seemed to lose it.
Yeah, I think so. I still think the round is basically Semi's. Although since Glaube's kick made it maybe a draw. But I still think he can try the overhand right.
Ray Sefer, you've been tagged with that kick in training and sparring with Glaube so many times. What does it feel like to take one of those Brazilian kicks? Because it's awkward to read where it's coming from. It looks like it's going to the midsection, then whips over the top of the gloves.
That's right.
Feels like going to bed.
Well, I've never been tagged with it, but anyway. Luckily for me, I've always had my hands up. But I mean, any kick is a tough kick to take. G needs to work a little bit on his hands. I mean, he needs to come out here, and now he's got to fight with heart. He's got to take it to Semi, otherwise he needs to knock out the win.
Feitosa is nowhere near done. He almost dropped Schilt in the second, and here we go in the final round. Schilt again opens up with the heavy artillery. On the front foot, the 2-time champion. Feitosa needs to remain mobile. He can't be a stagnant target for Schilt to tee off on. There's the left hook. Just not enough mustard behind it from Feitosa. Hook outside thigh kick from Schilt.
Glaube's got to put together a bunch of combinations. He can't just throw one shot and hope that would do the job. He's got to throw that left hook overhand right like Ernesto's been saying and follow again with another left hook.
High kick from Feitosa, just whistled past the brow. Knee coming, there it is. A lot of looks of concern over in the blue corner to Michigeki. Nice leg check from Feitosa, turn back kick, whips past, just millimetres away from the jawline of Semi-Schilt. 2 minutes remaining here in the final round. Feitosa with the inside thigh kick.
I think Semi is doing very good. But since he's doing more, since he's working more, he also, his defense is less than before, in my opinion.
Right. High knee from Schilt. A Akabono, it's Schilt in control here again in the third round.
Well, you're watching him fight this fight, and you know why he's the two-time champion, going for his third consecutive one this year. He fights like a champion. He relaxed. He knows what he has to do.
And as we said, the scary thing is that he keeps improving year after year, tournament after tournament, with one of the other geniuses in his corner, Dave Yonkers. Feitosa moving around, 1 minute 10 remaining now in the third and final. High knee from Semi, the one that he used to knock out Feitosa in the final in 2005. They tie up, referee keeps it nice and clean. Jab from Schilt, just keeping Feitosa at bay. Feitosa goes to the overhand right. There's the high knee from Schilt.
Ryder's got to go for gold right now. You know, he hasn't got much time. He's losing on points. But right now, he's just got to let it all hang out. He's got a throw punch combination and punch away until he drops.
Feitosa may need to go for a Hail Mary shot. It may come off the Brazilian kick. It worked for him in the last round. High left round kick from Semi. It's now or never for Feitosa, Ernesto.
Yeah, but you got to give Semi credit. He keeps on working, and yeah, if he's like this, it's very hard to stop.
Feitosa backed up yet again. Semi Schilt bringing it home strongly. The high knee. There it is. End of the third and final round. That was a great fight. Particularly that second round was an absolute corker. Ernesto, no doubt about it, though. We're going to see Semi and Jerome Lubana in the first semi-final.
Well, it will be an interesting fight, seeing Jerome fight like he did, seeing Semi fight like he did. I cannot say he's going to win that fight.
Ray, I'm going to agree with Ernesto. It's going to be a hard one, given the way that we saw Jerome Lubana move around the ring in his fight against Choi. The footwork was just spot on the money, and here Glauber really lacked the footwork tonight.
He did, you know, like we said earlier, Glauber was so ready in the gym, and it was just up to him tonight. But, I mean, you got to go back to Semi. Semi, I have never seen Semi fight like that before, and that was phenomenal. So honestly, I mean, you know, Jerome's going to have to pull out something special, because, in my opinion, I think Semi's going to walk right through him.
Well, two legends were impressed by Semi Schilt, and I'm sure Akabono agrees.
Now you know why he's a two-time champion going for his third consecutive.
There you have it. Semi Schilt has a unanimous decision. And once again, the two-time and defending K1 World Champion is on his way. I take my hat off to Glauber Feitosa if I was wearing my hat. He went the distance with Semi Schilt. He almost dropped him in the second round. But once again, Schilt has proved to be the arch nemesis of Feitosa, Ray.
Well, that's right. I mean, I'm lost for words in a sense, because I'm still shocked that Semi came out and fought the way he did. He showed all of us that he could throw. He's added different arsenals, different weapons to his arsenal. And it's just, he's going to be very, very hard to stop tonight.
You know what's coming up next, folks? The one the world has been waiting for. Maybe the most anticipated quarterfinal matchup in K1 Grand Prix history. The bad boy Banahari and Remy Bunjaski. And he's back to the change rooms for Glauber Feitosa. And it is through to the semi-finals for Semi Schilt. This is the one we have all been waiting for. We are super excited about it. I know you are watching worldwide, especially live in Australia, a main event live in Canada on the Fight Network. And here's Remy Bunjaski versus Banahari. Quarterfinal number 3, Morocco versus Holland. The bad boy Banahari, the smack-talking 23-year-old who is looking to become the youngest K1 champion in history here tonight. He is the human highlight reel. A devastating KO on Stefan Leko. That was back in 05. He broke the arm of Nicholas Pettis of Dynamite last New Year's Eve. He dropped Peter Graham with a body shot in Hong Kong. He put the lights out on Russ boy Butter Hurry. You may not like him, but you've got to respect him. He is the most naturally gifted athlete I have seen in K1 in a long, long time. And he takes on the flying gentleman, Remy Benjaski. You talk about a seasoned campaigner. You talk about a man who knows how to win tournaments. And you talk about the former two-time champion, Remy Benjaski. What really makes this fight interesting, Ernesto, is the war of words that have erupted over the last week. Butter Hurry came out and said he does not consider Remy a former K1 champion.
He always tries to provoke, and I think he makes something out of it always. And let's see what we're gonna see. Let's see what's gonna happen now.
Well, he is certainly riled up the usual classic Remy Benjaski, and what Butter Hurry does best. Benjaski versus Hurry, the quarterfinal we've all been waiting for, and there's the two-time former champion backstage. And Butter Hurry, what a moment it is for him. He's only been on the K1 circuit for a short time, but my word, the last 12 months has been a good time for the bad boy from Morocco. Both these guys look really intense, Ray.
Yeah, they are, and they should be. I mean, after the war of words in the last 2-3 weeks, I'm pretty sure that they know now, it's that time where, words don't matter no more. It's a matter of coming out here and doing the job and showing the audience and the fans what they're made of and who wants to be the champion tonight.
Two of the greatest knockout artists in all the world of fighting sports. Benjaski's flying knees versus the succulent skills, the long legs and long arms of the bad boy, the smack-talking Butter Hurry. Benjaski with the great Ivan Hippolyte in his corner. Butter Hurry with Mike Passenier and all the team from Mike's gym in his corner. And in just a moment, these two arch rivals, there is no love lost between them, will make their way to center ring for quarterfinal number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for quarterfinal bout number 3. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, entering from the blue stage, hailing from Holland, Remy Benjaski.
someone strangling a cat. Remy Benjaski, the former two-time K1 Grand Prix champion 03 makes a slow, meditative walk to centre ring. You can see the focus, the concentration on the face of the Flying Dutchman, Remy Bonjaski. He's overcome a lot of personal hardships to be here tonight. His painful divorce, his mother passing away, splitting from the Majiro gym to now be training with one of the Dutch Muay Thai pioneers, Ivan Hippolyte. Bonjaski makes it to centre ring. The man with the flying knees says he wants to recapture his K1 crown. But he's got to go through the bad boy Bada Hari to do it. It is the moment we've all been looking forward to. The biggest grudge quarterfinal in K1 history is about to be happening.
And now his opponent, entering from the red stage, from Morocco, introducing Badr Hari.
Au style 2006, Espo Roots, mauvaise graine dans ta vie. Aime sur la chambre, à la base je suis un pousseur. Arrêtez les fous musclés pour des chiens pousseurs. Arrêtez de montrer sur tes faire des perquisitions avec une mère en pleurs. Sinon on voit toujours des clips anti-flics, c'est mort. Tu m'identifies, tu sors ton boulard sale. Tu me sidères, j'ai l'air un peu sale. Lève ton poing en l'air, connard. Arrête de postuler, pour être contrôleur, c'est rageur, t'as pas le choix. C'est chaud ma queue, tu mets des amendes à ma noire et arabe. Qui me souffle, faire grave. Sors pas la main dans du t'es dans du sûr. Tu vendrais ta grand-mère pour 1300 € de plus. Maintenant arrête le rap, c'est pas ta prophétie. T'en as fait sur toi, galère pour s'acheter un protège. En plus de bien rimer, pour ça paye, faut une planche. T'as la planche, tu frappes.
Have a look at this, Ultimate Warrior style, striding and running to centre ring. The words in Japanese across the back of the t-shirts, the Devil Prince Bada Hari is in the house. Melvin, Vinny Tyson, Matt Holt, Mike Pesania psyching him up in the corner. This is the one we've all been waiting for, Ray Ray.
Absolutely. I mean, his team is so on about hyping him up. Whether that's a downfall, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure Bada Hari's used to it. And without a doubt, he looks like he wants to win tonight.
I am so excited about this one. Will Hari give us another knockout? Will the human highlight real KO Remy Bonjaski? Or will the experience of Bonjaski shine through his Jimmy Lennon Jr.?
All right, fans, here we go. Quarterfinal action. We are scheduled three-minute rounds. Introducing you first on my right, he is fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with gold trim, standing at 192 centimeters. He weighed in at 108.4 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the two-time K1 World Grand Prix champion from Holland, known as the Flying Gentleman, introducing Remy Bonjaski. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks, standing at 197 centimeters. He weighed in at a ready 101 kilograms. Here is the K1 2007 heavyweight champion from Morocco, known as Akuma Oji, introducing Badr Hari.
Great ovation here for Bada Hari. He has really captured the imagination of the world. As the bad boy, Bada Hari. If he wins the Grand Prix here tonight, he'll become the youngest Grand Prix champion in history, beating Peter Ertz's record when Ertz won it as a 23-year-old back in 1994. Bada Hari has 75% knockout ratio, second only to Jerome Labana is the human highlight reel. Meanwhile, Remy Bonjaski a 48% KO ratio, but Bonjaski with that watertight defense. The only thing harder to get into than Bonjaski's defense is Fort Knox. This guy has only been stopped twice by Schilt and Krokop. And here we go. First round of 3. Michael Chiavello, Ray Seppo, Akibono, and the greatest Ernesto Hills with you ringside.
You know what I really like to do right now? It's being inside Andre Menard's mind, because he's trained both of these guys and he's sitting ringside watching.
The professor is here, only a few feet away from us. Look out for the flying knees on Bonjaski. Look out for the long legs and that beautiful jab right hand of Badahari. Hari coming off a stunning second round knockout of Doug Viney in Seoul, where he broke Doug's jaw on September 29. Before that, he decisioned Peter Graham in Hong Kong, knocked out Fujimoto in Honolulu, and knocked out Ruslan Karayev here in Yokohama in March. Jumping knee from Bonjaski, catch and kick from Badahari, and won't score for him under K1 rules. As we said, a lot of bad blood between these two men. The smack talking has been hard and fast from Badahari over the last 2 weeks. And he's riled up the usually complacent and placid Remy Bonjaski. Step up knee from Badahari.
So far, this is a very technical fight, but as you can see, nobody is pulling any shots.
There is certainly no feeling out process here in the first round of 3. Nice front kick belly button through the back from Badahari. Left hook from Hari. As always, the very high guard of Bonjaski. He hasn't got the boxing skills of Badahari. He's certainly got the kicks and knees, has Bonjaski, and he's got the experience.
But he looked to hit harder still.
Hari, 4-punch combination. Rib kick was caught on the gloves. Nice jab, just threading it through the defense. Inside thigh kick.
Actually, Butters' boxing is also not that hard yet, but he knows the timing very well.
It is almost surgical precision when he hits you with that right hand just after Viney or Karayev. Front kick off the rear leg there from Hari.
But Hari, obviously, watching that whole minute or last 2 minutes of the round, but I think he's a little bit quicker than Remy.
It certainly looks like he's beating Remy to the punch. But then again, the punching is not the strong prowess of Bonjaski. It'll be when Bonjaski finds the opening to work the high kicks or the knees. Half a minute remaining here in the first round of 3. Quarterfinal number 3. The winner to face either Peter Ertz or Junichi Sawayashiki. Big outside thigh kick chomping away to the lead quadricep area from Badahari. A lot of concentration in centre ring. Oh, whipping hard right round kick. Left hook from Hari goes to the rib cage. Here comes the bad boy. Here comes the Devil Prince. End of the first round. I think he stole it from mine, Ernesto.
At least he tried to steal it, and I'm not sure. I cannot see in the judges' head, but it looked very convincing.
Akibono, how did you see the first?
Well, it's like how we said before the fight, experience against emotion. And that's exactly what happened. It's too close for me to call. I don't know.
Sugar Ray?
I would have to go with Badahari. Knowing the judges, I would say they would go with Badahari.
What are you laughing at down there, Ernesto? Is it the 2 Oceania guys up this end of the table who are agreeing?
I think we're very experienced.
Yeah, both you and I.
So, final instructions in the corner here. Badahari from Melvin Manhoff and Mike Bassinier. Meanwhile, Ivan Hippolyte in the corner of Remy Bonjaski, who's been training with Mirko Krokop, one of his main sparring partners in preparation for tonight. Here we go, second round. Unofficially, you may lean in favour of Badahari after the first. Bonjaski is a tournament specialist. He knows what it takes to win. He's a big occasion fighter. And he comes out smoking. Left hook outside thigh kick. Inside thigh kick from Hari. Missed the target. Threads the jab again.
I like to see Remy use his jab as well.
Left round kick. Right hand from Badahari. The straight line boxing prowess of Hari coming through. Uppercut. Left hand. Nicely done.
They both listen very careful to the corners, I hear. Since I talk Dutch.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh, okay. Well, this is actually like a Battle of Amsterdam. I mean, it's also for this prestige in the nightlife in Amsterdam. Not that they're nightlifers, but I'm sure in the nightlife they're really looking at this fight.
Well, wouldn't you say this fight would have been phenomenal to go down in Holland?
For sure. Yeah, it would have been great fight.
Who will be the king of the red light district after this one? Badahari or Remy Bunjaski at the moment, a very even second round.
So we changed the title now, huh?
Right hand there from Hari. Not throwing any wild or uncalculated shots here, Badahari.
No matter what happened before this fight, they're showing both respect for each other.
They are indeed, and so much did happen. The chants go up now in one section of the crowd for Badahari. Digs away to the body, nicely done. That was Ernesto Hu style punch.
Yep.
Inside thigh kick from Remy.
I just think Remy hasn't actually picked up, jumped on his game yet. I mean, right now he's too busy waiting.
Body shot, high right round kick, and again goes to the rib cage as Badahari checks the low kick. Remy's got those gloves stitched to his forehead. Badahari just waiting for the opening. Turning left hook, couldn't get through. The left hand hit him on the humerus bone, but there was nothing funny about it. Right hand from Bunjaski, and there's a right from Badahari.
I feel Bada looks a little bit more active in this round.
I have to agree. As Ray said, Bunjaski is just holding back a little too much. Just a spill there in centre ring.
I will have to say that Bada better start blocking those low kicks because, if he thinks he wants to continue the next round, but there's a lot of bruising in that left leg.
Caught on the forearms, the round kick from Hari. Checks the low kick on that occasion. There was a right hand in there from Bunjaski, but it had less weight behind it than Lara Flynn Boyle. Final seconds now of the second round of 3. Body rip, inside thigh kick. Akebono, who did you score the second round to?
Well, there's too much technical stuff for me.
Let's go to the master then, Ernesto Hoost.
It is pretty even, but I think Bada was still a little bit more active. I'm not sure if it's enough to win the round, but I would give it to him, I think.
Sugar Ray?
Absolutely, I would go with Badahari in that round. I mean, Remy's doing what he's supposed to do. The only problem is for me is that he's not doing enough.
Well, he's not countering.
Right.
Normally, when you hit him with the hands, he's countering right away. But right now, he doesn't do that much.
Now, I'm wondering whether that has anything to do with Bada's speed.
Maybe, yeah.
Just having a look over at Andre Menard, who is sitting ringside here, and I sort of said to him, Andre, who do you choose so far? He shrugged his shoulders. Too hard to call for Andre Menard, who, as Ray said earlier, has trained both of these men. Here we go, third and final round. We've got Badahari ahead on our unofficial scorecards. 3 minutes for Remy Bunjaski to pick up the pace. Jab 2 from Bada. Takes an outside thigh kick. Nice hand.
Very nice.
This is more like the Remy Bunjaski, who's the former 2-time K1 Grand Prix champion.
And that's exactly what he needs to do to win this fight.
Now he reacts on Bada, and this is what he should do.
Right hand from Badahari. Outside thigh kick from Remy.
That low kick hurt, I'm sure.
Yep, I would have to agree with that.
Caught on the forearms. Big jab from Bunjaski. Shot to the breadbasket. Outside thigh kick to the rear leg from Badahari. Then moves off to his right. Wild hooking punch from Bunjaski. Shrugs off Hari. Jab, right hand again. Just doesn't have the starch behind those punches. Gut munching knee from Hari. But of Muay Thai in centre ring. Referee keeps it nice and clean. Both men backgrounds in Muay Thai. Good dipping right hand and the high right round kick from Hari.
It's kind of hard to try and give advice to these two guys because they're both learned, they're both doing what they're supposed to do.
It is one for the purists, that's for sure, watching this contest. Two punches not getting through. The inside thigh kick slap reverberated across this massive arena.
I think Butter Harris got that kick again.
It looks like he's limping.
Yeah.
Again, Remy just tenderising that outside lead by Butter Harry. It'll make Harry wish he played lawn bowls instead.
Yep.
There it is again.
He's hurt.
He's feeling that leg.
The lead leg of Butter Harry has taken more strikes than a bowling alley. Bonjaski is scoring up the points, and there's still a long way to go. 45 seconds of the third round remaining. Jab from Bonjaski. Harry has slowed down here, Ernesto.
He looks tired.
He's breathing through his mouth, is Butter Harry. Hands are down around his waist. Will Bonjaski launch the flying knee? The first time Harry has ever faced a top 8 fighter. His first time ever in the Grand Prix.
Well, he now knows what it is.
That is very true. His first experience, and now he knows what it feels like, not only to face a top opponent, but also, if he wins this, he's going to go on to face another top opponent.
And he tries to steal the round again.
Oh, Harry swinging for the ropes here in a final attempt to knock out Bonjaski. And he's gassed his Butter Harry.
He looked gassed.
Wow.
Yep.
Third round, Ernesto. I've got to go the way of Bonjaski.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
And looking at it now, I really think it could be a draw and an extra round.
I'm going to agree with Mr. Perfect. I'll say a draw after 3 rounds. Sugar Ray.
You know, after that last round, I think, I wish that Remy had actually done that in the first 2 rounds. But, to make a decision, I would have to agree with Mr. Perfect.
Akabono, as someone who is not as technically inclined as Ernesto or Ray, but you're looking at it from purely a fan's point of view, because I know you've been hanging out for this match. How do you see that one?
Well, like I said, how many times it is experience against the young, not scared of anything, not afraid of anything, mindset, the emotion. And both guys came out, to me as a fan, I feel they did what they both had to do. One fought with emotion, one fought with the skill and technique.
Interestingly here, Mike Persinier just pumping his fist in the air in Butter Harry's corner. Remy pumping his fists in the air. Both think they've won it here. And we could indeed go an extra round, Ray.
Well, the fans are definitely going to love an extra round.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
Me too.
ジャッジ水岡30対29青レミー・モリアスキー
One for Remy.
ジャッジ大成29対29ドロー
One draw.
ジャッジ友武30対29青レミー・モリアスキー
He's done it.
以上2対0をもちまして
Remy Bonjaski has done it. Some shot looks in the corner of Butter Harry. One draw, 2 for Remy on this time.
Yeah, well, I must say I don't agree with the judges. Maybe they see it from a different angle as I do. I don't think Butter lost the fight. Simple as that.
Sugar Ray, as Butter limps past our commentary position, how did you see it?
I mean, that's a surprise. But like I said earlier, or a couple of days ago, that for some reason I had this feeling that Remy was going to pull it off. But on the night, tonight, I would have to agree with Mr. Perfect that that was not a winner fight. I mean, it had to go the next round.
I agree. It's the Grand Prix. You've got to take it by the throat. An extra round would have certainly determined that. Meanwhile, we are ready to roll into quarterfinal number 4. You just saw Junichi Sawayashiki, the Miracle Man, warming up backstage as he sets to get on against a legend in Peter Ernst. This is quarterfinal number 4. The winner will face Remy Bonjaski. Will it be Ernst or will it be the Miracle Man, Junichi Sawayashiki? What a rejuvenation year it has been for the Dutch lumberjack Peter Ernst. He has been on a demolition mission. His knockout of Nicholas Pettis in Hong Kong was one of the most sickening sights I've ever seen. Ernst, who made it to the final last year, and he has been back in that killer form that he had. There's the knockout of Pettis in Hong Kong. We thought Nicholas Pettis was dead. He almost decapitated him. Here he is taking up the legs of a 6th race Seppo in Seoul in the eliminations. The three-time K1 World Champion, the only man to have competed in every single Grand Prix since its inception in 1993, is back for a 15th time. He takes on Junichi Soyashiki, who is a 500-to-1 underdog, shook the world here on March 4th, when he knocked down Levena twice and defeated the veteran cyborg to become a household name overnight. If Soyashiki can replicate that against Ertz, well, he will bring the house down and he will shock the world. He knocked out Nicholas Vermont in Amsterdam. He defeated Randy Kim in Honolulu. He took care of business against Fujimoto in Seoul. He is undefeated in his 5-fight career. 3 wins by knockout for the Miracle Man, Junichi Soyashiki. A savage second-round KO win over the Japanese Cannon Fujimoto in Seoul to qualify here tonight. The young sensation Soyashiki is backstage and he is ready. Talking to him yesterday, he's a very humble man, and he said, I don't know if I really stand a chance of beating Peter, but I know I want to make the fight a costly one for Peter Ertz. Ertz is Soyashiki's hero. He has followed Peter Ertz since being a boy back in 1993 when Ertz first competed, since 94 when Ertz first won the Grand Prix, and tonight Soyashiki faces his boyhood idol. What a huge moment it is, Ernesto, for Junichi Soyashiki, taking on a man he has idolized for 15 years.
Yeah, well, he has a great opportunity, and he knows everybody will be thinking that Peter is going to beat him, so he has nothing to lose. And I was still impressed by the way he fought with Fujimoto, and I think you always have a chance, and if he goes for it, you never know.
37 years old of Peter Ertz, 23 years old of Junichi Soyashiki. Will it be the walkover that most everyone thinks it will, or will Junichi Soyashiki yet again shock the world? We'll find out in a few short moments.
Soyashiki.
In the form of Peter Ertz. Ernesto Hoosh, you and I were here ringside on March the 4th when he beat Jerome Levena. Yeah. It would be absolutely sensational if he somehow beat Ertz here tonight.
I don't know. I think, I mean, as I already said, everything can happen. Of course, Peter's a big favorite. And I'm going to look, I think I'm going to eat my wallet. Junichi is going to win, is going to beat Peter.
Wow, There you go, Mr. Perfect.
But I have a chocolate one.
And now, ladies and
Well, I don't know
gentlemen,
how far you guys
his
follow these
opponent,
Japanese stuff, but
entering from the red
his parents
stage,
actually went out and
hailing
took
from
life
Holland,
insurance out
please
when he
welcome
fought Jerome.
Peter.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for that, Uncle Bono. That I did not know.
His dad actually went and got life insurance for him.
How about that? That's a pretty confident appearance, isn't it?
That's one way of securing your life. Doesn't matter what happens, whether this kid wins or loses, he's got nothing to lose tonight because he's fighting one of the legends of the game.
At all. And here it is. Oh, look at that ovation. I've said it a lot, not saying it again. There is nothing like it. When the legendary Dutch lumberjack makes his way to center ring. 20,000 stronger on their feet here at Yokohama Arena. Paying tribute to a true living legend.
I think the guy's a great champion. And this is, experience being in the ring with him. I've had the honor to be in the ring with him. And hundreds of other fighters had the honor to be in the ring with him. And tonight, as you can see, the look on his face, he's not taking this guy lightly. He knows he's still going to win this fight because he's in this round.
Peter Rhodes makes his way to the red corner. This place is alive. It's a happening in Yokohama. Experience versus youth. A legend versus a relative newbie. Rhodes is looking to become the record-equaling four-time champion. Over the top rope goes the Dutch lumberjack. The legend is here in center ring.
All right, fans, here we go. Quarter-final action, scheduled 3-3-minute rounds. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black and green trunks, standing at 184 centimeters, he weighed in at 102.1 kilograms. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he is making his World Grand Prix debut. Please welcome the J-Net Heavyweight Champion from Japan, introducing Junichi Sawayashiki. And his opponent across the ring on my left, tonight fighting out of the red corner, wearing purple trunks with red trim, standing at 192 centimeters, he weighed in at 112.1 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the three-time World Grand Prix champion from Holland, known as the Dutch Lumberjack, introducing Peter.
What a massive ovation for Peter Rhodes, the legend. Referee calls both men in for the final instructions. Ertz a 71% KO ratio. Sawayashiki a 60% KO ratio. The Japanese fighter is undefeated in a short but brilliant five-fight K1 career. Peter Ertz, the only man to have fought in every Grand Prix since 1993 and the fastest Grand Prix champion in history, when in 1998 he won the GP in only 6 minutes and 43 seconds. All first round knockout. The last time he won it back in 98. Here we go. First round. The voice, Michael Chavello, ringside with the greatest, Ernesto Hoost, Akabono, and Sugar Ray Sefor. Peter Ertz opens up like a house of fire. He'll look to manhandle and bully Sawayashiki. And Ertz is a nasty fighter. He'd send the get-well letter to a hypochondriac for no reason. Sawayashiki's got to keep his gloves up. High roll, he's dropped in the big kibosh! The big kibosh in the opening 20 seconds! Sawayashiki's astral traveling! He gets back to his feet! This place has gone bananas! I told you Ertz was going to pounce on him! I told you he's nasty! Sawayashiki just a slip on that occasion.
Did you see that? He landed a left hook before he fell.
Ertz is looking to beat him in record time here. A high left round kick from the Lumberjack. He's got more kick than a can-can dancer.
Peter just needs to relax a little bit right now. I mean, he knows he's got him hurt. He's just going to relax a little bit and go back to the basics and do what he does best.
Ertz, who has been in devastating form in the lead up to this one. He knocked out Bob Sapp in Amsterdam in only 35 seconds.
Here comes the hit kick.
Oh, gut-munching knee, belly button through the back. Kick up the clacker.
His timing is so good. I'm sure that this young player...
Oh, the big commotion from Nana! Open the fridge! He's out cold! Soa Yoshiki was sent back to 1984. Whoa, Ernesto, what a right hand!
That was a big right hand. George Orwell is very jealous now.
Unbelievable! We told you he was in record form in 1998. He has showed it again. A devastating first-round knockout of the highest order.
Like I said earlier, Peter's hungry for this event, and he showed it right there and there.
Well, forget the life insurance. I hope that Janich's got good dental cover after that one. Smack bang on the kisser, as only Peter Ertz can do. And we are set for a dream semi-final number 2. Ertz versus Bonjaski, an all-Dutch battle. I'm still getting over that one. That was just an awesome performance, Ray.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you know, it was no surprise to me, and I'm sure it's no surprise to all of us, that Peter was going to come out and do exactly what he did. I mean, we talked to him a few days ago. He's ready, he's hungry, he's strong. This kid has very limited experience in the ring to fight the top fighters, the best of the best. And to tell you about what it was like to fight one of the best of the best.
It was 1 minute and 29 seconds into the first round where Peter Ertz threw the big right hand that dropped and took out Junichi Sawayashiki. The Japanese fighter took more shots than an alcoholic in a very short period of time. And Peter Ertz, in his 15th K1 Grand Prix, is once again on his way, and perhaps on his way to immortality. It is one for the highlight reel. Puts the nose through the back of the head of Sawayashiki. And trying to figure out how to beat Peter Ertz when he's fighting like this is like trying to figure out why soap on a rope was ever a good idea. He is on the money yet again. Sawayashiki being helped backstage. I go to my special comments, guys, and our semi-finals are set. Ernesto, semi-final number 1, Jerome Labana versus Semi Schultz. A moving, grooving, good footwork, speedy, fast Jerome Labana taking on a completely different Semi Schultz, an even higher work rate than his usual impeccable work rate.
Yeah, well, I still, of course, everybody thinks that Semi is the big favorite, and of course for me he's the big favorite too. But I saw enough in Jerome to make to give Semi a lot of trouble. So although I think that Semi has the most, let's say 60-40 to Semi.
Okay, 60-40 to Semi. Ernesto, if you're in the corner, you're at the back with Jerome Labana, knowing you're facing Semi Schultz. I mean, Semi's a guy you've fought on 2 occasions, once to a draw, once to a loss. What are you telling a veteran like Jerome to do when he comes out against Semi?
Well, you know that Semi's wants to give the left punch, the left jab, and try the overhand. The overhand, and especially since Jerome is a southpaw, he is closer with his right hand to go over the left of Semi. So there are chances for sure.
Ray, one thing that you proved in your fight against Semi back on March 4th here in Yokohama, you've got to back up Semi Schultz to have any chance of beating him. You've got to get on the inside of his incredible reach and land the power shots like you did at the end of the first round where you dropped Semi Schultz. You became the only man in K1 history to do it. Can you see Jerome doing that? Can you see him getting on the inside of Semi's jab and Semi's front kicks?
Without a doubt, Jerome can do it. Without a doubt, he has the ability to do it. Without a doubt, he has the strength to do it. Whether he can do it is a different story. I think, like Ernesto said, you know, he's a southpaw, and I think the biggest thing for him is to use his hands. He's got great boxing skills. I think he needs to go to fire the overhand right, come back with a left hook, and then maybe shoot the short uppercuts up in the middle and keep going at it upstairs. He has to push him back.
I know, interestingly, earlier on you were saying that you were impressed by Semi Shield. I know you've never been impressed by Semi in the past, as he's a real bread and butter, you know, mashed potato and peas sort of fighter, but tonight he showed us a whole different repertoire of technique, turning back kicks, a lot of leg kicks. It was a different Semi Shield.
Absolutely. I mean, a guy that's gone from just a left jab, a left leg, to showing us tonight that he can actually put everything together. Now, Jerome has to change angles. He's got to be on top shape. And looking at Sammy, I would have to agree with Mr. Perfect that Sammy would have to have 60-70% of coming through to the finals.
Akebono, both men in fantastic form. Labana and Schultz, both of them look pretty unaffected by injuries. They don't look to have too many marks on them. How are you viewing semi-final number one?
Well, I cannot commentate on the technical points of fighting, but as a fan point of view, like I said, he said he's the best fighter never to win a championship yet. So as a fan, I hopefully he'll be able to do the same thing he did in the first fight against Home Man Choi.
Okay, semi-final number two. It's going to be Remy Bonjaski versus Peter Ertz. Let's go through Remy versus Butter again, Ernesto.
Yeah.
It was a great fight, and at the end of the day, we thought it should have been an extension round to determine it, but I guess the judges thought the leg kicks of Remy Bonjaski is what did the trick at the end of the day.
Yeah, but the leg kicks were that big in the third round and not in the first and the second round. So for me, that's a little bit strange. If I was a judge, I really would have given it a draw.
That aside, because it's now in the history books, Remy does move through to the semi-final.
Yep.
How do you see Remy? Did you see him take much punishment from Butter that might affect him in the semi-final against a very fresh Peter Ertz?
I'm not sure. I know that Remy is very well conditioned always. And I know, for example, when I fought with him in 2004, I hit him with a lot of leg kicks, and well, in his next fights, it didn't really affect him. So, but yeah, with Peter, Peter will take out any slight problem of Remy. That I'm sure of.
Either way you cut it, it's going to be a spectacular semi-final number two, Ray. Peter Ertz is fresh, no doubt about that. He made mincemeat of Junichi Sawayashiki. Ertz looks unstoppable yet again. He's back to that form that he rampaged through the whole competition in record time back in 1998.
That's right. He is in great shape. He is in great form. And he's fresh. You know, Remy just went through 3 solid rounds with Badahari. He's very fresh. He's very hungry. Like we keep saying the same thing. You know, he looks like he wants to win tonight. And to be quite honest, you know, I would have to, you know, edge on his side of the board because he is the fresher guy and he does look determined.
Okay, folks, how are you looking forward to it wherever you're watching live around the world? Hope you're enjoying it. Here's some highlights from our quarterfinal bout so far. K1 history. Semi-final number one. Semi Schilt versus Jerome Lavana. It's going to be a corker. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for semi-final bout number one. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, entering from the blue stage, hailing from Holland, please welcome Semi Schild.
Song words say fly off the handle, and this semi-final #1 could really fly off the handle. Semi Schild and Jerome Lopetta are about to throw down in center ring in this marquee matchup for semi-final #1. Semi Schild, who made quite easy work of Railway Feitosa in their quarterfinals. Only once was he rocked against Feitosa, but Semi Schild, the experienced campaigner he is, instantly recomposed himself and put his dominance over Feitosa. And now the two-time defending champion, the strongest champion in K1 history, is back in the semi-finals as he guns towards trying to make history and become the sport's first ever three-time consecutive champion. The Hightower from Holland is in center ring.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, joining us from the red stage, hailing from France, introducing Jerome Lopetta. Introducing to you first on my right hand of the blue corner, wearing black trunks, he made his way to the semifinals with a unanimous decision win earlier tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Semi Schild. And his opponent across the ring on my left, he is fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with gold trim, making his way to the semifinals also with the unanimous decision victory earlier tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting Jerome
morsels than a seafood casserole, as the human refrigerator from Paris.
I'm going to have a talk to him after this to see how I can get like that.
Get that great time that he's got happening. Semi
Keep on trying.
stares into the eyes. A AC Milan soccer team is here ringside. Among our many celebrities, Paolo Maldini is also here, former Italian captain, former AC Milan legend. And I've got a few legends with me in the commentary position. Sugar Ray Seppo, Akebono, Ernesto Hoof with myself, Michael Chiavello. And here we go, first round semi-final, number 1.
Are you a legend too, Mike?
What was that, Ernesto?
Are you a legend too?
No, I'm sitting among legends. Two legends in centre ring, the two-time and defending champion. Oh, smacked over the kisser! Nice left hand from the southpaw Labana.
Like to see a right, well, actually a left hook come back after that, straight left.
Last time these two men met at the Grand Prix 2006 quarter-final, number 1 last year. It was Semi Schilt who emerged victorious by decision after knocking down Jerome Labana.
As we were saying earlier about how Jerome needs to pressure him, and Sammy looks completely different from the first fight.
Wow.
Jerome is actually dominating this first round.
Jerome is doing what we said he needs to do. He is backing up Semi Schilt.
Look at his face. He looks so determined. He looks like he knows what to do.
Ooh, a bit of trash talk there. I can't understand French. There was a bit of trash talk in the clinch from Jerome Labana.
He actually said, I'm going to knock your block off.
And it looks like it at the moment. The battling cyborg is opened up like a house of fire, and Semi Schilt once again on the back foot. He's taking more hits than a pinata in the first round. Is Big Semi. Probing right hand, a high right round kick from Schilt. Dangerous left hand from Labana. There's the jab from Schilt. Labana goes to the body, swings to the head. That right hand went so high, St. Peter knocked it back. They tie up in tango. Referee separates both fighters.
I like to see Labana finish with the left hook.
It is a completely different fight than what we saw in the quarterfinal last year in Esto with Labana Schilt 1.
It's a completely different fight. I never saw a determination in Jerome's face. It looked like this is his last chance or something.
Jerome Labana has come out like a man possessed. Nice left hand there from Semi Schilt, once again being backed against the ropes. Labana eats a double jab. You can't stay in that middle range of Semi Schilt. You've either got to be on the outside or on the inside. If you're in that mid-range way, you're going to get home.
Yeah, you know, Jerome's a little bit too eager for my liking. I like him to just relax a little bit, keep doing what he's doing right now, because exactly what he did, bob his head a little bit more, bob and weave a little bit, and then, you know, sneak on his side, get on the inside, and fight his big shots.
Jerome is a nasty fighter. There have been complaints around the hotel this week because Jerome Labana doesn't sleep, he waits. And he's been waiting for tonight and the chance to throw down with Semi Schilt. Final 10 seconds of the first round. High knee! Labana's been caught! Labana's been stunned! Can he see out the round? Here comes Semi! Oh! Semi Schilt trying to go kleptomaniac and steal it. Ernesto, Jerome was tagged.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not know if it's enough for him to win the round, but because Jerome was doing very good, but maybe this made the round even.
Here's a look at how it went down. The big tub-thumping left hand from the southpaw Jerome Labana. He was on the front foot from the get-go, Ray. And he served it up to the two-time and defending champion.
If I have to, I mean, like, definitely, I think Jerome won that round. Merely because he came out aggressive, he landed the better shots. Okay, he got tagged in that last round, but still, I think he was the dominant guy. He did everything right. My only concern about him is that he's still a bit too eager right now. He just needs to slow it down a little bit.
Akebono, as a fan, you've got to love that first round. It was all entertainment.
Yeah, he came out, he pushed the pace. It was very exciting to watch.
We are ready to roll. Second round of 3. Labana has come out of his corner limping here. Oh, he's shaking his head. Something's wrong here with Labana. Something is wrong with Jerome Labana. This one's all over. The towel's going to be thrown straight in. Maybe his arm is rebroken. I don't know what's happened here. There is one hand on the towel in the corner of Labana. He was shaking his head. Wow, Labana's going to try and knock Semi out, but even so, Labana possibly couldn't go on. Something is wrong here with Labana, Ernesto. I don't know what it is.
I also don't know what it is. Looks like his legs.
Labana trying to find that left hand. Backs up Schultz again, but already you can see Schultz has changed the momentum in this round. The high knee.
I have a feeling it's something to do with either the right ankle or the left ankle, because he seems to be off balance when he's firing his shots.
There's a cut under his right knee, but I don't know if that might be it. Oh, there it is. The right knee of Labana, and Semi should take it. Tells can be thrown in. Tells can be thrown in. Look, but it's back to his feet. He's a warrior, and the crowd are giving it up for him. There goes the towel. The towel has been thrown in on Labana. He limps back to his corner, Ernesto, the right knee.
Yeah, I think very wise decision of his corner, because he knew what happened when he fought with me, and I think then his corner should have thrown the towel after I hit him on his arm, and now he just stops because he cannot go on anymore.
Ray Sefo, that is heartbreaking for Jerome.
It's heartbreaking for me.
It is. It is.
I mean, you know, I would have loved to see him beat Semi, especially after doing what he did in the first round. Unfortunately, this is a tournament. This is the way the game goes. From time to time, you're going to run into problems like that, get injured, and it's just unfortunate that he was unable to continue. But I mean, he looked like a hell on fire in the first round.
Well,
but just like you did, Ray. Jerome